World Tenz. 10 strangest couples you won't believe actually exist. Two people that are very different from each other, but still have a close relationship or live together. Bob and Joan are an odd couple. Bob is very neat and clean, and Joan always makes a mess. In God's eyes we are all equal and His children. He loves us the same regardless of our physical differences. Studies have shown that people are more likely to choose life partners who have greater similarities with them. Such as white people are more likely to marry whites, blacks to blacks, browns to browns, rich to rich, and so on. Sultan Qasim holds the Guinness World Record for the world's tallest man. Standing a phenomenal 251 centimeters above the ground, Sultan probably had a hard time finding a woman like him, and eventually settled with someone enjoying the air richer in oxygen found at lower levels in the atmosphere. Merv was introduced to Sultan through a mutual friend, and love quickly led to the walk down the aisle. Merv is just 1.75 meters tall, and the two look indeed odd together. When the tallest man in the world gets married, you can bet we are talking about an odd couple. The 2.30 meters Brazilian giant met the love of his life when he was 28 years old. It might sound strange for a man of his stature to be shy, but Joelson spent most of his young years avoiding social contacts as much as possible. Evan started by being one of the many ordinary folks that admired Joelson. Soon enough, their friendship bloomed to love. Take a look at those candid shots of the couple in the bedroom. If what they say about foot size is true, things should get pretty interesting when the lights are off. Eight-year-old Sanal married 61-year-old Helen in a ceremony that went by the book. The two exchanged rings and even shared a kiss, all under the eyes of Helen's man. The boy wanted the ceremony to be a way of cherishing and pleasing his ancestors. Don't even attempt to understand the backbone of this tradition. South Africans might have imported the white wedding ceremony, but their tribal beliefs still thrive. When 9-year-old Jayla Cooper was diagnosed with leukemia in a terminal phase, her biggest regret was that she would never get to wear a white dress and go down the aisle. However, her family walked all the needed miles to make that dream come true. At this point, it needs to be said that the state of Texas allows marriage with parental consent for teenagers older than 14. That's why the union between Jayla and Jose was merely symbolical. Paulo Gabriel da Silva Barros and Katyusha Hoshino made it to the Guinness Book of World Records as the shortest married couple. The two met on social media and got off on the wrong foot. Paulo used cheap pickup lines and probably put their similarity too much up front. However, it didn't take long until love prevailed. Seeing little people enjoy life so much in this oversized world can make anyone stay brighter. Amy's unusual love interest is a roller coaster called 1001 Knocks, for which she fell after riding a record 3,000 times. How is that even remotely possible? Scientists say yes, and they even have a name for it: objectum sexuality. Amy was most likely a child that faced difficulties while trying to get along with the others, not to mention finding a romantic partner. The ride offered her thrills never experienced before, thus explaining the unnatural connection. This poor 18-year-old from eastern India listened to the village elders and married a stray dog. What's the explanation behind this strange and unusual human-canine union? The superstitious folks of rural India were convinced an evil spirit possessed young Mongli and that her first husband will get to suffer. Cher's role was to perform a cleansing and prepare her for a real marriage. Just imagine being a tourist visiting the village while the ceremony was well underway. This couple bought a winning ticket 3 times in just under 1 month. Yep, you heard right. Ms. and Mr. Spencer did not settle with winning $1 million in the Virginia Powerball lottery. They kept on playing, and luck smiled back at them again. A modest sum of $50,000 followed by another $1 million made them confident they can join guys like Bill Gates at the top of the table without doing something revolutionary. Shaquille O'Neal is a popular American former professional basketball player. The 7'1" superstar dominated his competition for decades before eventually beginning a relationship with girlfriend Letitia Rawle. At 7 feet 2 inches, Shaquille O'Neal towers over his 5 2 inch girlfriend Nicole Hoops Alexander. Sergio Miranda is a short heighted of only 5 feet and 3 inches tall, whereas his counterpart Amazon Amanda weighs 270 pounds and is a huge lady of 6 feet and 3 inches. Since from the very beginning Sergio always loved big women and Amanda loved short men, hence, this couple was formed.